So give me a comment if anybody's in there, and if you can hear us. I see we have one person so far. We'll give it a little time. That doesn't count when you say hi. Give people time to raffle in. There's 3. Yeah, Cassie first. Dan, hey. So, how's the audio? Can you hear us? Okay. Hey, Jim. Hi, Phil. Hello, John. Loud and clear from Joseph. Hey, yeah. So, late live stream today because life. Actually, Elizabeth was helping her dad. Well, she was visiting her dad at the
127 yard sale.
Yeah, which is a huge event, and today is the last day, right?
No, tomorrow.
Tomorrow's the last day. Runs all the way up and down 127, where people sell stuff once a year off the roadside, off the interstate side, which is pretty awesome. Actually, they have a ton of good stuff at great deals usually. So what's everybody into today? Good day, Steve. Hello, Cape Cad.
Hello.
Hello, Steve and Elizabeth. Cam. Yeah, just hanging out. It's been a long day so far. Been busy in the shop. Had some visitors. Had some shop visitors. A gentleman, his wife, and daughter stopped by for about an hour, and that was a lot of fun. Didn't just talk shop. The gentleman was interested in. Well, he was talking to me about building the shop. He was in the process, which is a little overwhelming. So let's see. Anybody got any questions? Hello, Steve. Love watching. Happy belated birthday, Elizabeth.
Thank you.
Hello from Golden, Colorado. Hello from Texas. Yeah. John from the Netherlands. Yeah. So what's new? We've been having a pretty hot day today, man. It's been so humid, ridiculously hot. Been working on the siding, just about finished with the cedar siding. I will be glad to be done with that. It's like you put up 3 pieces and then move your ladder to another, from one precarious spot, dangled on a hillside to another. But it's looking really good. Looking really good. Another Netherlands. So nice to see you currently 1 a.m. Wow. Well, thank you for tuning in at 1 a.m. Where was that at? You can stop them as they go if you just put your finger on there. I'm not using the camera that I wanted to use. We had some technical difficulties as well. It's a little tough to get everything sorted out and get a live stream going when you don't have any experience doing it.
Okay, what's your trade work?
Trade work? I work at a university research facility. Do all kinds of cool stuff. Much like Tom Lipton, although not quite on the scale of what he does, but smaller version basically, if you're familiar with Tom Lipton. So yeah, work at a research facility, weld, machine, build test rigs for the scientists out there. It's a lot of fun. Get to do just a ton of interesting stuff. It's 100% my kind of job. I don't do the same thing every day, which is a big bonus for me. And I get to work on a lot of stuff that normally you just wouldn't have access to, right? The normal public does not get to see the equipment, doesn't get to work on the type of equipment that I normally do. Big analyzers and huge compressors and big gasification systems. We're basically an energy research facility. So it's a lot of fun. I've learned a lot. It's been an education and a career. I've been there for 10 years?
Mm-hmm.
Long time, maybe 11 years.
Somebody said, are you thinking about a grate a greet and meet Sunday.
A meet and greet Sunday.
Sunday. I meant
Sunday. I was like, wow.
Sunday.
Sunday's tomorrow. So no, I wasn't thinking about it. Yeah, sure. I'd be up for that any time. Maybe at a local restaurant or something if the madness will calm down for a bit. But yeah, I think that'd be fun.
Hi, Autumn and Kane.
Some children. But yeah, we did one at the Blue Stallion. It was me, Brian Block, Adam Booth, a couple other guys in Lexington a few years ago, although it does not seem like it's been that long ago. And quite a few people attended, and it was a really good event. So let's go through some more comments. Grand Rapids,
You'll probably see them
enjoy
better
your
now.
videos. Yeah, well, then I'm not looking at the screen. I'm looking at an iPad. The worldwide audience. So is the audio good? It says every other channel needs 20% more volume to be heard. Your channel needs 90% to be even heard. See, I don't know if that's true. I think a lot of times people's devices are just low and they attribute it to the channel. Although I do know that I have had some pretty quiet videos in the past, but I edit with headphones on and my equipment's pretty decent, the audio, so I don't notice it. And I don't watch my videos on YouTube before I post them.
Cape Cod said a little quiet.
A little quiet. As of now, the audio is quiet, so we'll boost it up next time if people can hear. Hello, Steve. Have you hooked up the nice big compressor yet? No, I think I answered that in my last live stream. No, not quite yet. I still got, there's some stuff that needs to be done to that in order to make it a safe and nice hookup. It's not just as simple as running power to it, unfortunately. There needs to be some interlocks and stuff tied into the system where it is a 3-phase compressor, and I only have 3-phase when my rotary phase converter is running, so that makes it to where if I was to turn on that compressor and it was to try to run on single phase, it would just burn it up. And I'm not interested in that. So audio sounds fine here. Robert from Australia, audio is fine, audio is perfect. You can't go wrong with Rode mics. Yeah, we picked, like I mentioned in the last video, I picked up the Rode Go 2 system for me and her. That way we can both have mics. You can see hers there and mine here, which I normally use a Rode Go, but just the single version. They're relatively affordable, but the audio from them I think is great. So I'll use that, and then I've got all my mics are made by Rode, and they don't give me those. I buy them just like anybody else does. But their warranty's good, and any problems I've ever had, they've taken care of them immediately. Found my YouTube volume was turned down. Now okay. Yeah. You know, it's not unheard of for me to have a video that's quiet. But I've been trying to take note, and in the editing process, keep that volume up, boost it 6 to 10 dB before I even post it. I can't see how to use the power chats. Yeah, I don't have that stuff turned on. Not very familiar with live streams and all that stuff, so it's just a basic. There's no super chat, I don't think. I haven't even watched a lot of live streams, to be honest, because I'm usually not available when they're on, to be honest. I'm always doing something else. Good day, Steve, guys. How's the squirrels? I assume they're doing fine. I haven't really seen them individually lately, but I'm sure they're fine. There's a ton of squirrels around here, and I wouldn't know, most likely, one of ours if I seen it, because they all look the same.
Somebody wants to know if you still have nightmares from the ladder.
Do I have nightmare?
Incident.
I was thinking about falling off of a ladder today. I had the wasps that I killed in the last video. Well, I did not get all of them, and I was up on the ladder putting up some siding, and a wasp. I don't know if it was one of the ones from the nest that I obliterated, but landed on my shoulder. I did not scream like a girl, wave my hands, and jump off the ladder. It was a manly, get off me. And I calmly walked down the ladder. I didn't drop my nailer either. But yeah, I can't handle wasps. We are not friends.
Somebody said, make sure you film it again, Andrew.
Yeah, make sure you film. Yeah, the camera wasn't rolling, unfortunately. I am really just pushing hard to get this siding done because filming stuff makes it take 3 times as long. And everything always takes, anything on this hillside takes long as it is. So when a camera is involved, nothing happens other than filming. But I'm getting close. It is really, it's really turning out nice. Above all the windows, which it was something I was shooting for, because it's slower when you have to stop at the windows and you have to work above them and make sure everything's, in order, so your shingles end up proper at the top of the windows. But now, like I said, I'm above them and it's just straight rows from here on out. But it's still slow because you have to move the ladder every 3 shingles. But, you do it once, right? Years ago, I was staining shakes on a 2-story when it slipped out of the base. I held on, but I was covered in stain. Yeah. I got a story about ladders and falling. I don't think I've told this before. When the wall was out on this building, right, it was just the roof hanging out, and I was working on the sill plate that runs around the top, and I had a ladder. I had the trench dug for the footer, but no concrete in there or anything, so it was a long drop from the sill plate to the ground. I had a ladder perched up in the back corner of the shop, and the ladder fell out from under me, and I managed to grab on to the sill plate, and I'm hanging there. The ladder's gone, and I can't let go. I don't mind dropping a few feet. I'm perfectly capable of handling a shortfall, but this was like 10 feet or 12 feet. I was not interested in. It felt like it was that far. It's probably more like 5, but whatever. I didn't want to drop. I was afraid I'd break an ankle, and my daughter. She's talking about seeing my legs swing out from the edge of the building. I guess she thought I was out here playing, but no. So I managed to sidestep with my hands around the sill plate of this thing until I got to the block wall, and I was able to get down. But I almost fell, and it wouldn't have been good. Let's see. About to sharpen a few blades. Joseph Nix. What type of blades, Joseph, are you going to be sharpening? Rainy. Hello from the rainy northeast of Scotland. Aaron Gatt. Hello, Aaron. When are we working on the horizontal bandsaw, Steve? Can't wait. Hopefully before too long, but to be honest, what I want to do is get the machines that I most need up and running. Like, we worked on the bandsaw, and my next goal is to finish the do-all milling machine, because those are really machines that I need. To be honest, that big horizontal bandsaw is just a project. It's not something that I ever really had a need for a bandsaw of that size, and a horizontal saw anyway. So, it's not top on the list, although I worked hard on that thing, and I hope to get it finished before too awful long, but it's not top of the list. Got to work on the machines that will actually help me work in the shop, which is a milling machine, because that's something I really need. And like I said, horizontal bandsaw is kind of low on the list. But I think that's an awesome saw. I've seen very few that are built to the level that that thing is. It's almost comical how heavy that thing is built. So, are you happy with how your shop build went? I am extremely happy. Who was that? Built over bought. I'm extremely happy with the way that the shop turned out. I think every time I come out here, I'm just shocked that this is my shop because from what it was before, an absolute disaster. It just doesn't seem real. But it's slowly sinking in, I guess. I'm glad to have a place to work in, and 100%. I am so glad that I put these windows in here. Every time I walk in here and look at these windows, I'm glad I made that decision to go through the effort to make those big glass windows. There are some downfalls to it, right? You got to be careful around them. Can't do any grinding. You don't want to do anything that may end up in something flying through a window because they'd be hard to replace. But man, the view's awesome. I mean, I'm looking at it out of it right now, and it's worth it. It was worth the work. Got to get some heat in here though. It's August 8th. Is that what it's? 8th, right? 7th or 8th? I don't know.
7th.
Yeah, whatever. I got to get some heat in here. I'm kind of been stressing about that all week. I don't know exactly what I'm going to do because it's fine in here right now, but it won't be here in the next couple months. It will be frigid. My frigid anyway, which is cold enough. There's Stephen Lang. Hi guys, just come online. Can barely hear you. Well, sorry, Stephen. We'll try to make the audio a little louder next time, but I think that a lot of it is people's devices. Because my old phone, I didn't upgrade. Elizabeth upgraded, and I got her old phone, which is a Galaxy S9. And my old phone, was it a 7?
Yeah.
S7. The audio was horrible on it. You couldn't hear anything with a speaker, so could be device. Not for sure. But yeah, I got to do something about the heat in this shop because it's going to get cold. I'm thinking wood stove. I mean, that's always what I've thought, but I keep looking around trying to find something that will work, and they're pretty expensive actually, shockingly expensive for a nice glass front, decent size wood stove. I may try to end up finding something on Craigslist or something used, and then probably we'll put it over where the big lathe is. Just scoot the lathe down a bit, use that existing hole that is already through the wall, and run the pipe, just a pipe out, double insulated pipe, just like you normally see.
There's Ron White.
Ron White, yeah, what's he saying? Hello, Ron. How are you? Finally, there's my favorite family. Yeah. Hello, Elizabeth.
Hello.
Yeah, hello from Vegas. You can take the heat. It's 112 degrees Fahrenheit today. Yeah, I was sweating like crazy today. It was, humid here. It was, I guess you'd call it hot. And but still, I'm thinking ahead of time because it won't be long. Winter comes up quick and seems to last 3 times longer than summer. And I remember last year out here, last winter, just not long ago, really, and it was all I could do to keep, even though the ceiling in here made a huge difference. It's amazing that the ceiling, how much of an improvement it was. I used a little propane heater, and it was all I could do to keep it, where you could stand it in here. So that's kind of on the radar, is some sort of heat in here.
How did we meet, Steve?
How did me and you meet? I was working with my brother. My brother owned an auto body shop, and he was building a new shop, and her dad was contracted by my brother to do concrete work on the floor in that new shop. Her dad and her uncle, and I knew them, and I didn't know that of Elizabeth, but anyway, we got introduced. We were both single, and just haven't been.
We've been apart since then.
Yeah. Yeah. And the rest is history. We met through her father and her uncle.
Yep.
It's pretty neat. Let's see. Wood stove build would be a great video series. I actually have a wood stove that I built. It's up on the hill. It's actually in a scrap pile. It's got a big heat exchanger on the top of it. Just never finished it. Never used it. I'm considering. I mean, it still needs a ton of work to get it up and going. It's not vented or anything, but I made it out of a hot water heater actually, and I'll have to show you guys because it's kind of hard to explain.
Somebody said, shotgun wedding.
No. Yeah, it was a lot of fun to build that. I did it before YouTube, the stove, but it was, I don't know, I kind of lost interest in it and put it up on the hill. You can buy wood stoves that are really, really nice, and they're designed for that with an easy clean out for the ashes and all that. The one that I had was strictly a minimalist wood stove with all the focus on heat, maximum heat exchange. It wasn't for ease of use. That's kind of why I took it up on the hill and forgot about it, because I knew that it would be a pain to use, although it would work well. I want something I can clean out quick and not have to mess with constantly in order for it to work. I've got friends that have oil burners and all that. I also don't want anything that's loud, because you cannot film with anything, any fan or anything in the background. It's just annoying. I always turn off the dehumidifier, almost always, but you guys, I'm sure, have heard it on the videos. It's annoying, but got to keep it running to keep it comfortable in here.
Ron White said, "Can we do a super chat?"
Yeah, I don't know anything about super chats. Never had anything to do with it, but maybe in the future. I don't know. Let's see, what a project possibility. So what's everybody doing today? It's Saturday. A lot of people on here. How many? 468. Says this anyway. Yeah, take a look at the outside wood burning water boiler stoves. I agree. I actually looked on Craigslist at some yesterday, but the used ones were, 75% of the cost of a new one, and the ones that I've seen anyway. But yeah, considered that, and then just piping that hot water in here and blowing it out to some sort of heat exchanger into the room. That'd be nice. You keep the mess outside that way. Plus, you can get those. You can get on a larger scale, put huge logs in them, and they burn for a long time, versus having to feed one every 45 minutes. But I think this place would heat relatively easy if you kept a source of heat in here. But when you turn on and off heat, it gets cold and hot, and just nothing ever completely warms up, and it's just constant battle. But if you keep a constant supply of heat in a building, it really makes a huge difference, and that's kind of what I would like to do.
I said, "How's your folks doing?"
Folks are doing fine. My dad, he just turned 81 not long ago. Gardening, just living the retired life.
And then canning beans.
Yeah, canning beans, green beans. We didn't do much garden this year. Me and Elizabeth, we didn't do
We got a canned tomatoes.
Yeah, or
Whenever
canned
they come.
tomatoes that my parents grew. Those are awesome, but that's really all we wanted. We have a pretty good supply of everything else. What is it?
No, Jerry, that's not us singing at the end of your videos. You wouldn't want to hear it if it was us.
Yeah, not that talented. Evening from Texas. I'm at work. Anyone want to buy a truck? Yep, Brian Block has a wood furnace boiler. Yeah, 48,000 BTU mini split. Yeah, I looked into those as well. The mini split systems take 2 or 3. Probably do this. 2 or 3 of the smaller ones anyway. But any would be better than none. Ooh. I've been getting drunk all day. The revolution will not be televised, said. That is good, I guess. I've been working all day. Hello from Brazil. Working in the oppressive Texas heat. Yeah, I can imagine. It is pretty oppressive. Can you make gears? Yes, I can make gears. I'm not a gear expert, but yes, I can make gears. I'm torn between staying on the live stream and watching Adam's new video. I already watched Adam's new video, the latest one where he does the spray welding on the 2 blower shafts. Already watched it. It's good. What machine would you like to add to your shop next? I'd kind of like a laser engraver. She wants one, and I think that'd be kind of cool. You'd be able to label your parts,
Yeah.
you know, tag stuff, on and on and on. Maybe a 3D printer, potentially, just to further the skills a bit. And there's a million things you can do with a 3D printer. They're slow. I mean, you're not going to do production work on one. Not one of the small ones anyway, but there are all kinds of neat little projects that a 3D printer can help you
Jason
with.
Green said, did you ever fix your pickup?
I have not fixed my pickup.
And
I
what
haven't
was
had
wrong
time.
with the rear drive line? Do you want to tell?
I don't know what's wrong with it. I know what happened to it. I don't know what's wrong with it. Yeah, I haven't messed with it, man. I'm a little aggravated with it, to be honest. It's just to the point to where it needs so much. Not that I don't love that truck, because I do. I just don't have the time to invest in it, to be honest. I need a truck that's a little heavier. What did your dad do for a living? My dad was similar to what I do at the moment. He worked at a technical college, worked for the state, retired, and just general maintenance. He did that in his elder years. He wanted something to retire from, but when I was growing up, he ran a body shop, or not a body shop, an auto mechanic shop. He rebuilt automatic transmissions and motors and stuff for customers out of our shop at home. So he ran a small business as a mechanic.
Bobby Vincent, yes, this is Starlink.
How is the connection? Is it breaking up any? Because I can't tell. Don't do a mini split system. I have HVAC, and you'll hate them in the cold winters. Tell your dad to do what I did when I retired, to buy a Harley and tour. Yeah, my dad is a homebody. He's not even going to go to town unless he has to. He would run out of groceries before he decided to go get more, simply to avoid leaving the house. My dad grew up so poor. He squeaks when he walks. He's so tight. Grew up with dirt floor, and that's not a joke. Dirt floor in the hills of Jackson County, Kentucky. His dad was a tobacco farmer, and it was a tough living. Lasers are cool as frick. I agree. Are the cicadas still active? No, they haven't been. The cicadas, the bugs that I showed on video not too awful long ago. No, they are. They only lasted a couple weeks.
You hear some every once in a while, but not
yeah,
much.
but yeah, I mean, you'd have to
Barely.
hunt all day to find one.
Yeah.
But there for a while, they were covering everything. It was pretty intense. But no, they are not.
How many hours a week do you spend at work versus YouTube?
I work a full-time job, so 8 hours a day, sometimes more. And then as far as YouTube, everything after that, so till dark, almost every day. So film. If I'm not filming, I'm editing. Right, so probably takes me 8 hours, 7 hours, sometimes faster to edit together a 40-minute video, believe it or not. But by the time you download all the footage from the camera to the phone, move everything, go through all that footage, try to build somewhat of a coherent narrative that is worth watching, and then upload it. So, a lot of that's, not all of it's sitting in front of the computer, cutting and pasting clips together. But a long time. Too long.
Bobby Benson, yeah, he's a cutie.
Who is?
Bubba.
Yes, Bubba is a cutie. I thought he was talking about me.
You are too.
Yeah, Bubba is a cute little dog. We haven't had him for too awful long now. He's a smart little guy too. Are you able to do metal casting? Joe Jose, no, I'm not able to do metal casting. I don't have any of the kit. We get asked this a lot, and this is from Ron. What is the name of your exit song in your videos? It's called Birds and Daisies through the software that I get the music from. I get my music from a website called Artlist, and you just buy a subscription. They've got thousands and thousands of songs you can choose from, and they're royalty free, but you got to pay for them. But still, Birds and Daisies by Raccoon. That's all I know.
No flat tires, at least on my car.
I've got a flat on mine right now. Well, it goes flat in about 2 days, but it's got probably 3 plugs in it. I just keep adding air to it. I've spent enough money on tires. It's old. The connection is great. That is good to hear. Connection's fine. I think we're behind, way behind in comments. Let's run it up a bit.
What got you interested in YouTube?
Information. I was consuming a lot of information from YouTube, trying to figure out if I could find any info on shapers, and there was almost none. This has been years ago, but I just wanted to learn like everybody else did, and got into a conversation with another YouTube creator named Matthew Look from Looks Creations. That's his YouTube channel. Nice guy, and he was rebuilding a shaper, and I was just crazy interested in him because the tooling was cheap and had one.
Maddie's workshop said, "Would you like to share what happened to your pickup?"
I don't know.
He threw a temper tantrum.
That's not true.
Mm-hmm.
That's not true. It just broke. I have a hard time when stuff doesn't work the way that it should, or that it constantly messes up. I have a hard time dealing with that. And sometimes, I am a nice guy, but sometimes I lose it.
That's very funny.
Can you make a video how to grind end mill tool or milling tool? I should have a lot of videos on grinding milling tools. I can't say they're all 100% accurate, but the general idea is there. I've made quite a few on those. If you look back through my videos, you'll find them. My problem with videos is that I do like 10 things in one video, and you can't just title it and search it, so it makes it really tough. You just have to look back I mean, there's a lot of them. Hey, Steve, how's the end mills I sent working for you? That's a cutting tool designer. What's his name? I know him really well. They're working great. I used one of them just recently to grind or to cut a tool holder for the in this last video. Actually, works awesome. Love the Niagara.
Jim says level with us about the truck already.
My foot slipped off the clutch. Brakes were holding. Accelerator pedal was stuck to the floor. On the road, something popped. Put it in 4-wheel drive. This is the cut version. Put it in 4-wheel drive and drove it up where it's parked now, and I did not throw rocks at it. It says, Steve and Elizabeth, what is your Monday to Friday job? Well,
I'm a stay-at-home mom.
yeah, and I went over that just here a few minutes ago. Work at a research facility. A day in the life, great variety. Good day, Steve, from down under. That's Ben Cable. I'd like to know how you begun to start a YouTube channel. What was the motivation? As you said, the time in editing is a lot of work. What was my motivation? I just enjoyed it. I just thought it was fun. Love interacting with people, and I learned a lot. So, I try to learn something new every day, and it was just a great way to contact with people who know more than me, which was nice. The days before the internet, I can't hardly imagine, even though I lived them. When you got a question, man, it's just right there. People I don't think the young people understand how awesome their access to information is. It's just crazy. I mean, you could get it before, but you had to go to the library. Oh, and let me finish my YouTube was a lot of work. Still is. It's a ton of work. I'm amazed I still do it. To be honest, every week is a struggle to get. I mean, and this is not just me. This is any creator. It depends on the type of videos you make. If you just turn the camera on and do something quick, well, that's a little different than a full edited video of some detailed process. That takes a lot of work to make it even any bit interesting, especially machining. I don't know, just enjoyed it and stuck with it. Just didn't want to quit, even when the views were really low, and some would say that they're not that crazy high now, and still it's good enough for me. You just got to keep on keeping on. Start a channel, start it today, because it won't be easier tomorrow. Every day there's more and more people getting into doing the same thing, and your competition goes higher and higher. It's a lot of fun, man, especially when you start getting to talk to your viewers and stuff. That's what makes it worth it. It's definitely not the finance. I could make more doing about anything, to be honest.
Jason Hill said, my wife wants to know how long you've been growing your beard.
How long have I been growing? I don't know. I trim it all the time. I haven't cut it off in quite some time, though. Probably years. I don't know. I haven't kept track. It's been a long time. But it really doesn't get much longer than this. It starts, it just wads up. So I just keep it trimmed about here and call it good. I don't really want it any longer than it is, to be honest. George Stone says, shop is looking good. Andrew something says too long. Well, that's what if the live stream is too long, then you know what to do. Bobby Vance, Steve, check out Dudley Toolwright. I know him. He wants a laser inscriber thingy too, but build a chemical etcher. Yeah.
I don't have any sisters.
any longer and your beard will get caught in the lathe. Yeah, that'd be rough. All right, guys, I just thought I would drop in and say hello. Nothing really planned for this live stream. I think I'm gonna.
No, he said no, not. He ain't talking about your laugh.
Oh.
He said the beard. Laugh out loud.
Oh, well,
Sorry.
yeah, you never know, man. I get those people. Yeah, it may be too long. It all depends. I like it. I don't know what I'd look like without it, to be honest. If I shaved it off, I'd probably, I don't know, not recognize myself. Great show, thanks. Great stream, thank you. Yep, I think here in just a few minutes anyway, we're going to call it. It is, I agree. It is time to go do other things. I've got a lot going on. Haha, you're done a number on it then, by the sounds of it, Steve. Talking Maddie's workshop, talking about my truck. Yes, I did.
Cape Cod said, how many bullet holes in that truck?
There's only a couple, but they're not from me. Yeah, you know, my mom's got quite the temper, even though she's the sweetest person you will ever meet. There's a certain point to where, you know, enough has been had and something's going to get broken. What kind of ceiling lights are in the shop? Simple Amazon 2 foot by 2 foot. I think they are 4,000 kV LED, 60 watt, 120 volt. Simple fixtures that you would put in a drop ceiling. And I've just kind of got them rigged up there. Really low energy draw, great light. I mean, they're not the best for filming, kind of got some glare and stuff, but you know, overall, I've been really happy with them. They've been extremely durable. I mean, they sell them under 100 different names. You just have to go look. But so far, the ones that I've had have worked flawless, other than the ones that have been rained on. And it takes quite a bit of rain to run one. Am I planning on purchasing another lathe? I would like another lathe. In fact, I would like a small lathe. Maybe, I don't know, something small and precise. That's what I'm looking for in a lathe. I don't want to get rid of my large lathe. I really like the Hindi with the 16-inch swing, 30 inches between centers. It is a very versatile lathe, very capable of handling any of the larger stuff that I'm going to get into, but I don't have anything that is small and precise, which is what I would really like. Maybe a HVLH Hardinge or something if I could find one, right? Who doesn't want one of those?
What is the status of your mill?
I'm not for sure. I'm waiting, and I'm on the do-all milling machine. The status on it is waiting. I've sent the parts off knowing that that they would be done when the person that accepted the job had time to get them done. So I'm not rushing him, and you know, I'll get them when I get them. But I'm expecting it to be in the next few weeks. But it could be next couple months. But I don't think it'll be that long. Should be a nice machine when that thing's done. Let's see, Jason Everett. Hey, Steve, I'm making a small enclosure and plan to try brazing for the first time. Any advice? Materials are hot rolled, square tubing, some 16 gauge stainless steel sheet, flux coated bronze art. Yeah, flux coated filler's fine. I kind of like adding flux myself. I just used 20 mule team borax. Buy it by the box at the grocery store. That's the flux that I like. But tips on brazing, take your time and try not to. There's a fine balance in between too much heat and not enough heat. And it's just really something that you want to keep. Like I used to do, is set myself up just some joint. I make up a bunch of joints to braze together, none of them important at all. And I would sit there and burn brazen rod after brazen rod after brazen rod until I felt like that I knew what was going on and I could get the results that I wanted. So it's hard. It would be hard to tell you what to do. Just go slow, practice first. Love live stream, aspect, great seeing y'all live. Yeah, it's kind of a, well, not kind of, it is a new thing for us. Thank you for including your beautiful wife in your posts. Could you set up a YouTube reminder for your live streams? Yes, you can. I did not. It makes it easier to catch things on time, right? Yeah.
What would be a good time for everyone, you know?
Well, I mean, we got viewers from all
Yeah.
over the planet, so there probably is no great time, but probably sometime in the afternoon when everybody's off work. Well, most people are off work here in the U.S. anyway. Probably 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock. I think that'd be a decent time. But in the future, we'll do this kind of schedule. Just chat, right? Or show you some new tools, whatever is going on. Maybe talk about projects and future plans. But yes, in the future, we will do scheduled live streams because that's really the only way for people to be able to tune in. Hey, Steve, are you running satellite or cable? This is satellite. This is a Starlink, which is awesome, by the way. I've said that.
Tom Fleming.
Oh, hello, Tom Fleming. Hey, Steve and Elizabeth.
Hello.
Just popping in to say hi. Love the Saturday morning vids. The drops from you and Diesel Creek. Backwoods Mechanic, great content. Thank you. Yeah, wow, it's, let's see.
How do you say her name? I don't want to. Hi.
Schizo Chick.
Yeah. Hello.
Schizo Chick.
Hello.
Hello from Ashland. So Starlink did just break up a minute ago.
Yeah, I seen
Minor
it.
breakup.
Yeah,
Yep.
I've seen it.
It does, but I'm amazed it works as good as it does. And this is a boosted signal, like I mentioned in the last week's video or last week's stream. This is a boosted signal from the Wi-Fi from the house, so not surprising. But it does amazingly well, and if this is as good as it does, then I'll be perfectly happy with that. So I guess that's it. It's run long enough, and I've got things that I need to get into. So thank you all for stopping by. I really appreciate it. I love reading the comments and just catching up with a few. So there's still Starlink much better.
Yes, William.
Yes.
Much better.
Definitely. Yes. All right, guys, that's it. Thanks for watching the video today. I really appreciate it. Thanks for all the comments and all the support. That stuff really helps. You know, the comments and thumbs up, all that stuff makes a huge difference. Believe it or not. It's always 10% of people who, thumbs up or no interaction at all. I can't believe it's always so low. Not on my videos, but on everybody's videos. It's such a simple thing to hit that thumbs up button. If you do enjoy the content, or the thumbs down for that matter, just some interaction is nice. It's such a simple thing that I'm surprised more people don't do that. So support your creators in one way or another, even if it's just a simple thumbs up and a hello comment. And be nice. All right, guys, that's it.
Later.
We'll catch you guys on the next one.